Hello and welcome to your first program on True Coach with Monkey Motion. So basically this video, I'm going to try and keep it short and sharp, but I'm just trying to help you understand how to use the platform True Coach, how to read your program and understand it, and all the extra little goodies that you can do for your profile as well. So just bear with me. This is a little bit of a mock-up version, so it's not as good as what yours would be, and it hasn't got as much info on it as what I would like either, but that's okay. So this would be roughly what your profile would look like. So if you have an iPhone, you can actually download the app called True Coach Client. Android, I don't think that you can get the app for some reason, but otherwise you can just bookmark it at the top like this and keep it on your web page. So when you come onto this will be your program, and it will give you a whole rundown of your week. So this is a little bit of a mock-up, that's why they're a bit random and some of them are missed and some are completed. But just say we're going to go on to this one here. So March the 21st, jacked day. So I want to do that, I want to get jacked. So I'm going to view the workout. So basically what I can do is I go A1. Okay, so A1 and A2, that means that those exercises go together. So what I would do, if it had a prescribed rep range there of 8 reps, then I'll do 8 reps on my air squat, and then I'll do 8 reps on my burpee pull-up. And then I'll rest whatever time is prescribed afterwards. And then I go back and do that again. So going through is one set. I'll explain that a little bit more in a moment. That might be a bit confusing. But with the air squat, what we can do, if I go, okay, what is that? Click on that little thing there that says demo video. Then I can go on there and a little description comes up. Some awesome music. And then there's a little bit of a demonstration of what an air squat would look like, just so that I can get an idea of what I need to achieve when I go and do the actual exercise itself. So after I finish that, enter in your results. So what you would do there, if I did an air squat and I just did it by body weight, then I would just type in body weight. Or if the 8 reps was too easy, then I would write too easy for 8 reps. Whatever it is that you're putting in there, it's so that you can communicate it with your coach, and then they know, okay, we need to step it up a bit, or it was a bit too hard, or you'd put 8 kilogram dumbbells in there. And if you use 8 kilo dumbbells, if you have the equipment available to you, then next week you want to try and progress that. So you would use 10 kilo dumbbells, for example. So as a bit of a rough estimate, when we're looking at weight increases, if you do have that available to you, with lower body exercises, you want to increase the weight each week by 5 kilos. For upper body exercises, you want to increase the weight by 2.5 kilos each week. Obviously, if you can't do that, let us know and we'll change the tempo or things like that, which I'll explain in a moment. So after you've done that, entered in however much you used, and you can add a little picture, so a photo of you going, oh, that killed me, sweaty face, or if you aren't sure of your form, film yourself doing it and send that through so then we can see it there as well. Then after I've done that, I click out of it and I see how it's got a tick there now. That means that the exercise is complete. So that's then going to sync in with your coach, and they will go, oh, okay, they did all of their exercises on that day. Then I'll do the same with the burpee pull-up. I'll just put body weight in there because they're hard. Tick, that means I've done. Now I'll go update results, click that one, or if I want to put any questions or comments in there, I might add a GIF because it made me really sweaty, because burpee pull-ups are hard, so I'll put that GIF in there, that's a good one. And then update the results. And then that's going to sync in with your coach, and see there, now it says that I'm done. So on your profile, what you're going to get is a weekly compliance score. So that's from 0 to 100 of how compliant you were. So see how I've got a little trophy up here near 3 completed workouts? The more workouts you do and the more compliant you are, then the more trophies and badges you're going to get. So make sure that you do try and fill in everything that you do. Don't sell yourself short. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your profile. So this is your actual profile here. See how we can add in a profile picture for ourselves. We can put goals in. Our coach might do that with us. Metrics we can add in. Metrics is something that we're going to measure. So if it's a weighted barbell squat, it might be the amount of weight that we increase on the barbell back squat, or it could be the distance that we can go for a run, or whatever it is. We can change those metrics depending on your training. Progress pictures, this is up to you. You can put progress pictures before and after you start training, just so you've got something visually to look at. It doesn't have to be like your typical progress picture of you in your bras and undies, or just your undies if you're a man, standing front on, side on. You can do that if you like. Otherwise, it could just be an old photo compared to a new photo now, and you'll be able to see the difference in your face, your body shape, the colour in your skin, all of these kind of things. They're also great things to measure. Equipment, if you need any equipment in your program, your coach will most likely list that there for you. And apart from that, that's all the main stuff on your actual program and your profile. Now to look at a bit more of a detail on how to understand your program. This won't take too long, but let's go have a look at someone's program, sorry. Okay, so let's say we have a look at Angie's. So this is how we can understand how to read it. So I mentioned before how you would go A1 and A2, so those exercises you do together. Now, generally you would then have a B1 and a B2. So if we look at this one here, so this one, the Thursday, muscle endurance focus. So see how it's got A1, A2? So we know now that you do those exercises together. Then underneath it has written 5 sets. Now 5 sets is how many times you go through those exercises. So going A1, A2, that's 1 set. Reps is how many repetitions of that exercise you do in the set. So 10 reps, then I would do the banded kettlebell RDL 10 times. Then this one down here, 4010. So that is called your tempo. So all you really need to focus on, unless there's a different number than 010 there, just look at the first one, so that 4. So that's the tempo you would go in the eccentric phase of a movement. So for a bodyweight squat, for example, it would be the way down on the squat. So you would squat down from standing for 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 at the bottom, 1 second to come back up, and then 0 at the top. So that's how you understand tempo. If you're ever really unsure if that confuses you a bit more, 4, the first number, that's the easiest part of the movement. That should be that first number. So that's the speed you've got to go for the easiest part. And then obviously I rest 30 seconds after I complete A1. Then I go to A2 and I do the same thing. But note how my rest time is a little bit longer then, because I want to rest before I can start my next set. Then for this one, it's set up as a circuit for our B series. So that's just one gigantic circuit there. And then our C series, again, C1, C2, we pair those 2 exercises together. So that's basically how it looks and how a bit of a rundown would go. Hopefully it makes a bit more sense. If you do have any questions, please do ask your coach as well, or try and watch this Loom video again. It really will help you if you do take the time to try and understand your app and your profile at the start, because then it sets yourself up to succeed a little bit more later. All right, guys, hope you have an awesome day and enjoy this video.